Bang! We are back in the Summit Valley Sports Studio. Very glad to be back in America. Had an amazing trip in the Dominican, but it feels so good to be back here in the studio. Before we get into UFC Baku, make sure you guys like, comment, share. Really helps out the algorithm. Also, if you guys are interested still, I'll have the link in the description, or you guys could DM me. Really helps out. I got one, always rocking one for the videos. But yeah, let's get straight into UFC Baku debut in Azerbaijan. So yeah, very good. We have a few fighters from Baku or Azerbaijan, so really cool for the UFC to start making its debut here. But yeah, let's get straight into the predictions. For the first fight, we got Tahir Abdullayev versus Jefferson Nascimento. Uh, Tahir, really good wrestler, very wild striker. He hits very hard for the division, welterweight division. Um, I'm not sure if he's has cardio outside of the 4 minutes that I've seen. I really question his cardio in this fight, especially against Nascimento. Nascimento has really good movement out around the octagon. Very technical striker. He's fought at the lightweight division before, and now he's fighting at the welterweight division. He's fought here before, but he's moving up to welterweight for his UFC debut. I'm assuming so he doesn't have to cut weight, which is really good for a fighter. He's not going to have to cut weight. And I really like his jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, give me Jefferson Nascimento in this fight. I think he's going to be able to find a finish against Tahir. So, yeah, give me Nascimento. All right, moving on for the second fight. This is a really good fight. We got Beksa Almakhan versus Gene Matsumoto. Give me Gene Matsumoto in this fight. I really like Matsumoto's boxing. Really like his wrestling and his wrestling defense. The only thing I think he needs to work on is his striking defense. But I don't think he's gonna have to worry about that against Almakhan. Almakhan's a very wild striker in my opinion. And as long as Almakhan can't get Gene Matsumoto down to the ground, I think Matsumoto is going to work around the octagon and piece him up in the boxing range. So give me Matsumoto for the second fight. All right, moving on. We got the third fight. Daniil Donchenko. I really like this kid. Versus Theodore Berggren. Yeah, making his debut. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I was saying that right. Give me Donchenko if that wasn't a little foreshadowing. I really like this kid. This kid's dangerous. I really like his elbows. He is not afraid to have a dirty fight. In most of his fights, there's always blood. So, yeah, watch out for that fight watch out for that in this fight. But yeah, give me Donchenko. I'll keep it short and simple. All right, moving on. We got Khan Off Lee versus Javier Reyes. I was going back and forth with this fight a little bit, but I'm leaning Javier Reyes. I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that striking. He has a really good reach advantage in this fight, so I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that in this fight, as long as he could watch out for Khan Off Lee's takedowns. Khan Off Lee's a very good wrestler. So if Reyes can avoid the takedowns, I think Reyes will piece him up in the striking range. So give me Reyes for this fight. All right, moving on. We got Nursultan Ruzaboyev versus Andre Puliev. This is a pretty good fight. The string beans of the division. I'm just realizing that this is in the middleweight division. I know Nursultan sometimes fights in the welterweight division. I'm trying to remember. Let me know in the comments which division he's better in, welterweight or middleweight. But I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna stick with Ruzaboyev in this fight. I think he pieces up Puliev. Puliev's pretty good. He could take a punch for sure. Pretty good boxing, but he's very slow in my opinion. Especially for this division, he's very, very slow. Give me Ruzaboyev, way better competition as well. So, yeah, I'll stick with my pick, Ruzaboyev. All right, moving on. We got Abdul Rahman Yakayev versus Julius Walker. Give me Rahman. Give me Rahman all day. I really like this prospect. His wrestling is absolutely insane. I really like his top control. I think he's going to be able to get Julius Walker down with ease in this fight. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the finish. I could see him taking all 15 minutes, getting some more octagon time, you know. But yeah, give me Rahman all day in this fight. All right, moving on. We got Farman Hasnov making his debut versus Eric Nolan, who just fought Susar Kaya for his debut. Um, I did not like what I saw in Hasnov. He's undefeated. He only has 5 fights. He got finished in his amateur fight or his amateur career. I saw in the comments, but he's very wild. His striking is absolutely insane. Um, his takedown, he has decent takedowns. He really goes for the takedowns if he's like in the middle of the octagon and shoots so far away from his opponent. I was going back and forth with this fight all week, and I honestly I think I'm gonna have to take Eric Nolan in this fight. He's a UFC or US an American military vet. Sorry, that took a little minute. Uh, I think he could take a punch. Susar Kayev is a way better fighter in my opinion than Hasnov. This could be a part where I'm I guess grading his loss better than what he actually is, but yeah, give me. I have to go Eric Nolan in this fight. I've seen him actually fight in the UFC. He has pretty good striking. I like his boxing. He is really bad at the takedown defense. So if Hasnov can get him down with ease, that's going to be the fight. So, but if Eric Nolan can really hold him down and get him out of the first round, I think we're going to see Eric Nolan get a late round finish. So give me Eric Nolan in that fight. All right, we got Abus Magomedov versus Mikhail Alexeychik. Give me Abus Magomedov. I really like what Mikhail Alexeychik is doing. He switched to the Fighting Nerds. I think that was really good for his fighting career. Abus. I really think he's fought the way better competition. He has really good wrestling, in my opinion, and I think his striking is getting better. We know Alexeychik is a really good striker. He hits like a truck. He's on a really good win streak lately, but give me Abus Magomedov. I think he's going to be a little too much for Alexeychik and ruin that win streak. All right, moving on. We got Bruno Ferreira versus Ikram Aliskerov. This is a banger fight. Give me Bruno Ferreira in this fight. I think he's gonna catch Ikram Aliskerov's chin. Honestly, Aliskerov really good wrestling. His striking's getting way better. Bruno just hits insane, and I know he just got knocked out by Rodriguez, RoboCop, but that's RoboCop. RoboCop's right now a top 5 fighter in my opinion in the middleweight division. Um, yeah, I think Bruno Ferreira is going to catch Ikram. Sorry about that. I think he's going to catch Ikram, and I don't think Ikram's going to have a really good uh, uh, success in the wrestling department. So yeah, give me Bruno Ferreira in this fight. All right, moving on. We got Asu Almabaya versus Charles Johnson. Give me Asu Almabayev. I really like this kid's wrestling, and I think his striking is getting way better. This kid's super strong. He's a tank. He's a little tank. Charles Johnson, really good striker. I think he's getting up there in age, honestly, and he fights so much recently. I think it's starting. I think it's going to start catching up to him, and I think Asu's going to be a little too much. I love his pressure. I love his wrestling, and I just think it's going to be too much for Charles Johnson. So give me Asu Almabayev in this fight. Oh, we got the hometown kid right here. All right, we got Nazim Sadikov versus Mateus Camillo. Give me Sadikov all day. All day. This dude hits like a truck. I know I say it all the time. But Mateus Camillo, he's pretty good. I think he's very young. I think it's just gonna be too early for Camillo. And I mean what they say, you learn from your losses. So maybe Camillo is gonna learn from this and move forward very well, but I think it's Sadikov's time. It's his hometown. This kid's a superstar here. Yeah, give me Sadikov all day. I think he Oh, I want him to get the finish in his hometown. I think he could do it, but this Camillo kid is very tough, very tough. Yeah, I think he gets the finish though. Give me Sadikov. All right, moving on for the co-main event. We got Michelle Pereira versus Shara Magomedov. Give me the pirate. Give me the pirate all day. I really like Magomedov striking. I know his little kickboxing, his kicks as a jab is a little annoying to some fans, but we don't see it too often. And I mean, someone as athletic doing that, it's very fun to watch, especially as a hardcore fan. Uh, I think Pereira is just going to try to follow him all day, and Magomedov's going to be going around the whole octagon and just piecing him up. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find the finish against Pereira. Pereira is very, very durable. But Magomedov, I love his fights. So give me the pirate. Give me the pirate. All right, moving on to the main event. We got Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres. This is a banger main event. Shout out to UFC for putting this on for UFC Baku's debut. Getting the hometown kid, well, not kid, but you know what I'm meaning, the hometown fighter. But I think it's Manuel Torres' time. I think Torres, he hits crazy. This dude's boxing is absolutely insane. If he knows he's gonna have to watch the takedowns against Fiziev, and that's all he has to worry about, give me Torres all day. I think Fiziev's gonna have a hard time in the striking department with Torres. I think Torres is gonna be way bigger than Fiziev. And I just think at Torres' time, he's fought really good competition. I know Fiziev's fought the top of the top, especially in this division, but uh, I think it's Manuel Torres' time. He's gonna get the win in the debut of Baku, and he's gonna move up very high in the rankings. So yeah, give me Manuel Torres for this fight. All right, moving or that's it. But all like always, I'll go over all my picks and I'll pick a banger of the week and then knockout alert of the week. Alrighty, let's see. So we'll go over the picks again. Give me Jefferson Nascimento. Give me Gene Matsumoto. Give me Danil Donchenko, Javier Reyes, Nursultan Ruzaboyev, Abdul Rahman Yakayev, Eric Nolan, Abdul Abus Magomedov, sorry, Bruno Ferreira, Asu Almadabayev, sorry, Nazim Sadikov, Shara Magomedov, and Manuel Torres. And then for banger of the week, let's see. I think knockout alert of the week is going to be the Bruno Ferreira versus Ikram Alaskarov. That's going to be the knockout alert of the week. For banger alert of the week, I think we're going to do. Let's see. We're gonna do the hometown kid banger alert of the week. Nazim Sadikov versus Mateus Camillo. That's gonna be the banger alert of the week. And then again, knockout alert of the week is Bruno Ferreira versus Ikram Alaskarov. Again, that's the picks. We've been doing very good the last few 5-6 weeks. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I'll see you on Friday for the podcast. I know I've been slacking with that, but been dealing with a lot and traveling and all this. So getting back to a normal schedule, it's gonna feel really good. So makes me feel good when I start posting a lot on schedule too. So I know my anxiety starts going crazy whenever I'm not on schedule. But yeah, I'll see you guys Friday for the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon. Peace.